All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome to our Saturday evening live Up2Give presentation. My name is Brandon Ivy from Los Angeles, California. Thank you for taking time out of your schedule for being here tonight. As a disclaimer, I am not the CEO of the company. I am not a co-owner of the company. I'm simply one of you. I got a phone call a couple of months ago that said, Brandon, we're putting together a business that is right up your field of expertise with cryptocurrency and blockchain technology. However, our focus is going to be on education, philanthropy, and charity. It's a noble cause. And I said, that sounds great. But when I saw it for the first time, I didn't fully understand it. Why? Because they've got a motto of let's be different. And that's exactly what they are. They are different. You see, at Up2Give, we have a strong moral, integral, and purpose-driven vision to change lives around the world through our ecosystem. We're standing on 4 pillars. The first being philanthropy. We are focused on creating a culture of worldwide giving. The second is education. Reward those who give while teaching them the value behind growing personally. The third is banking. Bank the unbanked through our giving. And the fourth is personal causes. Create a social revolution of stories with people whose needs have been met through the Up2Give community. We have built a model where people from around the world can come together to get educated, banked, and skilled on the principles of philanthropy and EQ, emotional intelligence, while creating a culture of global giving. During the education process, we will be teaching members how to utilize one of our tools for giving called the Giving Box. This will allow us to fulfill the purpose of our core principles, as well as help contribute to the stories being shared in our community to engage the social revolution part of our culture. Now, here are some examples of our target areas of focus. Education. The Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development found that 50% of U.S. adults can't read a book written at an 8th grade level. Lack of formal education results in lower earning power and serious threats to an individual's long-term well-being. Banking. Globally, about 1.7 billion adults remain unbanked without an account at a financial institution or through a mobile money provider. Health. Currently, nearly 1 billion people spend 10% of their household income or more on health expenses for themselves, a sick child, or another family member. In fact, we have some 3.8 billion people around the globe who lack access to basic health care, and that is being put on full display because of coronavirus. And housing. Currently, over 850 million people, more than the populations of the U.S. and the European Union combined, are living in informal settlements. Now, what is our vision? Our ultimate goal is simply to empower you and people around the world to contribute toward anyone's cause in our ecosystem, whether it is to help achieve a goal that helps someone in your family, your church, your country, your community. It doesn't matter how big or small that vision or mission is. We will bring the nations together to help support those causes, and with our model being a model of philanthropy, we are confident that the Up2Give family will be there for you. Up2Give is a global correlation movement. So how does someone get educated in our ecosystem? Let's talk about our first pillar. And our first pillar is we partner with a company called Success Training Institute. This institute offers cutting-edge soft skills training in audio and video format on things you can learn like leadership, customer service, professional development, team building, HR management, management training, and much more. In fact, you can even get certified in extra extensive classes that cover things like improving your brand and self-discipline, goal setting and time management, maintaining focus and self-awareness, empathy. And we are all practicing social distancing. How about learning social skills mastery? You see, we offer state-of-the-art soft skills training designed for individuals, companies, and entrepreneurs. And here you can improve your skills in less than 10 minutes per day, skills that are not taught in school. What about our second pillar that we're standing on? That is the banking industry. You see, 1.7 billion people in the world are currently unbanked. We partner with a company called Ooh La La that's going to allow you to join the future of banking. Be the first to send and receive money for a fraction of the cost. Access microcredit offers from your favorite retailers. Pay bills with ease. Build credit. Enjoy online shopping. And take charge of your financial future with our exclusive Ooh La La partnership without having a bank account. Ooh La La is a full-service financial solution designed to empower communities. Now, how does someone get banked in our ecosystem with Ooh La La? Well, it's going to help you to facilitate and accelerate our financial inclusion with our blockchain-powered platform and app. It's going to help you get access to virtual and physical payment cards, secure transactions, personalized offers, bill payments, and more. In fact, our microcredit offer helps you to build your credit history, empowering the unbanked and underbanked community. Ooh La La's mission is to offer inexpensive financial services to this demographic, help establish a credit score which will enable them to participate in the formal financial economy. And what about our third pillar that we're standing? Personal causes. You see, we are all about creating a social revolution of stories with people whose needs have been met through the Up2Give community. And right now we have 33,000 causes and growing. So with our ecosystem, you're going to gain access to a blog, and a blog that you can create your own cause. And it doesn't matter what that cause is. It could be anything from, I'm trying to help get myself out of debt. I want to be able to pay for my kids to go to school. I got to pay my bills. I want to be able to help feed the whales, save the dolphins, feed the homeless. It doesn't matter what it is. Even for those of you that want to be able to give to a nonprofit or a charity. Or how about church? Because of social distancing, churches are hurting because members are not allowed to go to church, which means they're not tithing and they're not donating. Here's an example of one. This was created by Justice DeBron for her mother, Nitsa. It says, I may have Alzheimer's, but I'm still Nitsa. A cause for my mother and Alzheimer's patients with aggressive behaviors that don't fit in. Now, it's something dear to me because I have two grandmothers that are suffering from Alzheimer's and dementia. So you're going to be able to have a page like this. You're going to be able to have a description of what your cause is all about, upload an image. And when somebody comes to this page, they're going to have two options. Option number one, they can support this cause, join the community, and create a cause of their own. Or they can be part of the story and contribute, and there's a Bitcoin address there, and not actually join the community. And on behalf of the entire Up2Give ecosystem and community, we want to send our condolences to Justice and Angel and their family because Nitsa passed away a couple of days ago. But this is a very noble cause. We also have a section for community causes. And in this section, everybody in our entire ecosystem has created their cause, and it's going to be on display. So anybody that comes to our website and they look through these causes, you might have somebody that you don't know in a different country. They could read your cause, and if it touches their heart, they may contribute to it. Think about that. Millions of people around the world will be able to view your cause. So how does someone get started? Well, step one, you're going to get back to whoever invited you, and you're going to set up yourself an account at the up2give.com, and you're going to pay a $32 membership fee, and this fee gives you access to Success Training Institute. By the way, you're getting that at less than half off, more than half off. If you go directly to Success Training Institute, it's going to cost much more. Step two, you're going to contribute to personal causes of the community. And we do that in Bitcoin, 0.005 Bitcoin. And Bitcoin's at $10,000 a coin, that's $50 US dollars. And step three, you're just going to share it with two people. That's it. If you can do these three steps, you will have tremendous success with Up2Give. Let's talk about the sign-up process and experience. Let's say you're Maria in California. She shares her link with John. The moment John clicks on her link, the first thing he will see is her story. John's in London. Once John reads her story, at the end of the message, a pop-up saying, John, would you like to be part of Maria's journey? Click here. Once John has clicked to join, the system will take him to the registration page where he can add his basic info. Now, John has 14 days free in the Up2Give community. What does this mean? John has the opportunity to experience our back office and ecosystem. John could take the sample courses we have available on our Up2Give Academy portal, powered by Success Training Institute. John has enough time to decide to become a member or simply contribute to Maria's cause, because you have the option to simply contribute and not join the community. Now let's assume that John decides to join Maria's journey. John has before the 14th day midnight to pay a $32 member fee in Bitcoin for the activation of his education program at Up2Give Academy. He's going to have a story page that he can create his cause, a user link to share it, and the moment he contributes to Up2Give causes during that same period of time, he becomes a ground zero member of the giving box. Now, the more people who contribute to each other, the more Up2Give is going to contribute back, and the contributing happens in stages. When you reach stage 3 of the giving box, Up2Give is going to give you a debit card so that you can start monetizing the Bitcoin that you've been given through our ecosystem. This is our partnership with Ooh La La. With this step of philanthropy, we will start to help change the banking crisis in the world, where so many people lack the opportunity to own a debit card. Also, we will make the service available for purchase if you choose not to wait to receive it for free for a small setup fee. When you complete stage 4, you will have the option of choosing from 12 different cause-driven programs. And once you have made the choice, you will follow the steps given in your back office, and a liaison will be assigned to you, and you will work together for about 45 days to create a story out of that cause, which we will then go viral with it. Up2Give will contribute on your behalf for reaching stage 4 a maximum of $1,500 to that cause, fulfilling our social revolution part of our 4 pillars. When you complete stage 5, Up2Give is going to reward you with an all-expense-paid trip to a recognition event where top speakers from around the world are going to come to teach about leadership, philanthropy, finance, personal development, and charitable causes. And when you complete stage 6, Up2Give is going to require you to give 12.5% back to the ecosystem. Stage 6 in the giving box is the most critical stage due to the amount of contributions given to your cause. We will require you to be walking hand in hand with the Up2Give founding team to ensure that we maximize your giving potential. Now, how does Up2Give strive to be compliant? Well, number one, Up2Give does not touch the Bitcoin of anybody. How many times have you seen companies out there that say, give us all your Bitcoin? You can't withdraw for 8 months, but we're going to trade it, mine it, Forex it on your behalf, and we guarantee you, you're going to make 1 to 2% a day on your money. Sounds great until the owners run off with everybody's Bitcoin before you have a chance to withdraw. Up2Give does not touch your Bitcoin. It's peer-to-peer. Up2Give does not have a compensation plan. The giving box is just one tool of the ecosystem, just like Ooh La La and just like Success Training Institute. If you've ever ridden in an Uber before, that vehicle is not owned by the taxi company. It's owned by somebody else, the people. Have you ever stayed in an Airbnb? That property is not owned by a hotel chain. It's owned by somebody else, the people. See, we're taking advantage of the greatest financial revolution the world has ever seen, Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, for 3 reasons. Number one, it's decentralized. It's not owned or controlled by a bank, a CEO, a business, or a government. It's open source. It's the public's. Number 2, it is universal in value. 1 Bitcoin in the United Kingdom is worth 1 Bitcoin in Australia or South Africa or Japan or the United States. It's borderless. And number 3 is permissionless, meaning that you can send Bitcoin anywhere you want around the world with no restrictions, with no need of a bank, Western Union, or a bank wire, as much as you want, like sending an email almost instantly with small minimum fee. The only thing Up2Give gets is the $32 that pays for your Success Training Institute, and they can operate as a company. Number 2, Up2Give is a major contributor in collective causes. And number 3, Up2Give is a giving model that even for nonprofit identities such as churches, is presented as a revolution of offerings in the ministry. The more they give each other, the more they receive. So what do you receive for the $32 per month? An entire ecosystem that will allow you to share your story to the world through our Up2Give.com blog, access to our global education community at the Up2Give Academy, access to Bank the Unbanked with our partner, Ooh La La, access to the Giving Box, which allows you to be part of our community blog and social revolution stories that are inspired by the members' philanthropical culture and cause-driven movement, and rewards for giving back to the community and their causes, which allows Up2Give to partner with you and create stories of our own when you start reaching stage 4 and above. So how does the contributing work? Let's talk about the Giving Box. It is a voluntary tool designed so that you can increase your resources to help more people, more causes, and at the same time improve the lives of those who participate. So we have what's called a global community line, and we're going to go through steps. Step 1, You're going to pay your $32 to Up2Give causes. Step 2, you're going to contribute to personal causes of Up2Give.com with 0.005 Bitcoin. You're now going to be in ground zero. What does ground zero mean? Well, we have one global community line. So when you contribute your $32 for your Success Training Institute, that doesn't put you in ground zero. It's not until you contribute 0.005. Once that's done, you're going to ground zero, and anybody that gets to ground zero after you is going to follow right after you in the line of the global community, one after the other. Imagine having thousands and thousands of people in your global community line right after you. We also have stages after ground zero from stage 1 through 6. Now here's how this works. When you shared it with 2 people on ground zero, 5, just like you did, which means you're going to receive 0.01 Bitcoin. You're going to contribute that 0.01 Bitcoin, and you're going to be able to move to what we call stage 1. Every stage has a global community line. But the way this works and how you move from stage to stage is dependent on your global community line. So even from stage 1, total of 40 individuals in your global community line, stage 2, 80, stage 3, 128, stage 4, 256, stage 5, 640, and stage 6, 1,024. Now here's what happens when you contribute and you receive. We're going to assume Bitcoin is at $10,000 per coin. So on ground zero, you contributed 50, but you're going to receive 2 contributions for $50, which equals $100 for ground zero, 0.01 Bitcoin. You're then going to contribute that and move up to stage 1. Stage 1, you're now qualified to receive up to 0.01 Bitcoin, $100 worth of Bitcoin. I'm sorry, $100 worth of Bitcoin is what you're going to contribute back. $200 worth of Bitcoin you're going to receive. You're going to contribute half of that back. Now, when you have 40 individuals on that stage, it allows you to move to stage 2. Stage 2, you're qualified to receive up to $400 worth of Bitcoin, 0.02. You're going to contribute half of that back, so you keep $200 that goes towards your contributions. Once you have 80 individuals in your global community line, you get to move to stage 3. On stage 3, you're going to receive up to $1,600 worth of Bitcoin, 0.16. You're going to contribute $500 back, 0.05 Bitcoin. Now let's just stop right there for a second, because you're keeping $1,100 towards your your causes. You add up $1,100 plus $200 plus $100, that is $1,400 every single time the system resets that is going to your causes. What did you have to do to get here? All you did was share with 2 individuals on ground zero, and the global community line took over, meaning people from anywhere around the world. This is where timing and positioning is so important, but it doesn't stop there. Once you have 128 individuals that fall below you on stage 3, you move to stage 4. Stage 4, you're qualified to receive up to $8,000 worth of Bitcoin. You're going to contribute 0.25 back. I see some edits I need to make here. That's $2,500 worth. That leaves you with $5,500. You add that up. That's $6,900 worth of Bitcoin every time the system resets. And the system resets right now every 60 days. So we're talking about around $3,400 a month in Bitcoin coming into your Bitcoin wallet for your causes. What did you have to do again to get this far? All you did was signed up, you wrote your cause, you paid your $32, you contributed 0.005, and you shared it with 2 people. The global community line did the rest. Can anybody live with an extra $3,400 a month in this day and age? But it doesn't stop there. Now this is where it gets serious, because there's a big jump. Because to get to stage 5, you need to have 256 people in the global community line on stage 4, But you also need to help individuals get this high as well. Once you've helped one person to receive all contributions on stage 3 and a second person to contribute to stage 4, you're now qualified to be on stage 5, where you can receive up to $80,000 worth of Bitcoin. You're going to contribute 10,000 of that back, 1 Bitcoin back. And once you have 640 individuals in stage 5, that qualifies you for stage 6. At the same time, remember those 2 people you helped? Well, you have 1 individual that that receives all contributions on stage 4, and your other one that contributes to stage 5, you're now qualified for stage 6. This is when it gets just stupid crazy. You're qualified to receive up to 64 Bitcoin once you have 1,024 individuals in your global community line on stage 6. 64 Bitcoin. I'm not even going to say out loud how big that number is, because that's not what's impressive to me. What's impressive to me is that these individuals are contributing 12.5% back to the ecosystem and the community, back to charity, philanthropy. See, this isn't one of those things where the people at the top make all the money and the people at the bottom are doing all the work. Oh, no. The people at the top are contributing the most. And then every 60 days, the system resets and everybody goes back to ground zero. Does that mean you lose out? No. Does it mean you're starting over? No. You still have the same organization. You still have the same global community line below you. You're just going through the stages again. Think of it like residual income, to receive contributions through each stage all over again. If we did not have the system reset, this wouldn't last. It wouldn't last. That was my first question. So let's go over a summary. You're going to pay your $32, contribute 0.005. You're going to share your cause, and you're going to be able to receive contributions. So step 1, pay your $32 to Up2Give. Step 2, contribute to personal causes of the community. And step 3, you're going to share with 2 people. That's it. And that's the presentation, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for letting me use you guys as guinea pigs. This is my first time doing it with these new slides. And I want to thank Giovanni from Puerto Rico, because he made these slides and I just integrated them into ours. I'm not the genius. He is. So thank you guys. You've got 2 choices to make at this point. Get back with the person who invited you, and you have option number 1. You're ready to get started, signed up. Let's get you going. Let's get you plugged in the system. Let's get you doing steps 1, 2, and 3. It's easy to do, and it'll get you on your way. Or you have option number 2. This is not for you, and that's okay. We understand. It's not for everybody. Do the person who invited you a favor and share their cause. Ask to look at their cause and contribute to their cause. At least do them that favor. And then I want you to find something else. Right now, we've got 14.5 billion searches online for a home-based business or ways to make money from home. Why? Because we are living in a new world right now. Coronavirus is disrupting everybody's lives globally. There is not one man, woman, or child that is not impacted by what's going on. And they're saying that you're not allowed to go to work. 97% of Americans right now are asked to stay home, which means you're not making money. The bills don't care that coronavirus is here. You still got to pay them. But then they say if you're an essential worker, you're allowed to go to work. Isn't that a blessing that you can still work? Yeah, but now you're putting your health at risk. You're at risk of getting sick yourself and bringing that home to your family. God bless all of our first responders and the people on the front lines. The obvious is the nurses and doctors and police and fire department, but what you don't think about all the time, what about postal workers? What about people that work at the grocery store? You know, these type of people that have to deal with other people every single day. They're putting their lives at risk just so that they can get a paycheck to take care of their family. What if there was another way? Because even though they say you may be furloughed temporarily, we don't know how long this is going to last. And that measly stimulus package that they're going to send you is only one time, and it's a loan, which means you have to pay it back. Why not create your own stimulus package? Have a plan B. And if not this, then do something else. Let me show the disclaimer. This is a brand new opportunity. So imagine with our global community line, you're getting started before the masses come through here. No income claims allowed. And your success depends on you. Yeah, we've made it so simple. We've removed all obstacles. All you have to do is share it with 2 people. That's it. Now I'm going to end by, I want you to hear the voice of our CEO, Mr. Jerry Lopez. And it's only 1.5 minutes long. And the next presentation that will take place will not be until Monday. Tomorrow is Easter. I'm doing absolutely no business. No presentations, no leadership trainings, no anything. So pass the word and we'll put it in the groups. But we'll see you on Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern will be the next presentation that I do, 6 p.m. Pacific. Thank you for joining us tonight. Wow, I did that really quick, under 30 minutes with the new slides. Here is the CEO.
But there's something interesting that happened to me the other day. My 6-year-old son, he asked me, "Daddy, what are you doing in Up2Give?" And I told him, "Son, I'm just building a community of philanthropy. And I just want to help change the world, one person at a time. And I want to be able to give back and change a lot of people's lives." He's like, "So can I be a philanthropist too?" When you hear that from your 6-year-old and he sees that type of inspiration, it brought me to a quote that I made, that I want you guys, every time that you guys are feeling down, I want you guys to go back to this, because it was inspired to me by a 6-year-old that wants to be a philanthropist like his dad, because the energy that I projected to him as a father and as an entrepreneur has made him feel that way. And this is a quote: "Let this amazing community of philanthropists demonstrate that we are one. We are linear. No matter who we are or where we come from, we want to be different and be noticed." Whenever you're tired of running, whenever you're tired of people giving you negative things, just go back to this quote. This is who we are. This is Up2Give.